Sharks are a boneless, carnivorous species of fish that usually feed on anything from sea lions to smaller sharks. Unfortunately, there are about 50 to 100 recorded attacks on humans each year. On one hand, scientists stress that for the most part, sharks should not be feared. They point out that they are essential in keeping the oceans healthy. Nevertheless, according to the Florida Panhandle database, the number of reported shark attacks on humans has increased over the last 10 years. One of the reasons believed is that the number of people frequenting the beaches has increased. Therefore, so has the number of attacks. The Museum of International Shark Attack Files findings say that shark attacks tend to start at the beginning of the month of June, when there is a huge surge of people flocking towards the beach. Other experts contribute the attacks on a number of other factors, including global warming. Because sharks prefer water temperatures to be 70 degrees or higher, the recent warming of ocean temperatures are contributing to the increase in sharks along the New York coastline. As climate condition changes, sharks are going to resituate their locations and expand their ranges of roaming. Until recently, a shark attack was relatively rare near Long Island. This is also the reason the great whites have increasingly moved northward as the waters of the Pacific Ocean warm. In July of 2022, a Shirley, New York lifeguard was attacked for the first time in history. That same month, a great white was seen just offshore of Cape Cod, Massachusetts. According to scientists, sharks are still considered a mysterious creature. One reason for this is they are a difficult fish to tag, therefore making them difficult to study. On top of these unmapped variables, climate changes add to the difficulty in predicting their behavior. Shark attacks have been rare in the past, with fatal ones even less common in the United States. However, the rapid sequence of attacks near Long Island could be something of a new normal, as sharks come closer to shore. During the summer of 2021, there was an increase of shark attacks on swimmers, lifeguards, and surfers off the coast of Long Island, New York. The following year, a great white shark washed up on shore on Fire Island, New York. Besides their intimidating appearance, hammerhead sharks rarely ever attack humans. In fact, these species are the ones that are most likely to be hunted down by fishermen and killed as trophies. by shark hunters. While black-tip sharks only reach 5 feet in length and weigh around 40 pounds, they inflict 16% of shark bites on Florida surfers. In the year 2021, there have been 41 documented attacks on humans with no fatalities reported. On the other hand, white-tip sharks are a much larger shark and are considered very dangerous to divers. The famous Jacques Cousteau rated these species very aggressive towards divers. White tips are also considered the most abundant shark in the ocean, always being the first species of sharks to arrive at the location of a ship in distress. They were known to be huge threats to sailors during World War II. This species of sharks were also believed to be responsible for killing 100 servicemen that were aboard the Nova Scotia, which sank during World War II. In addition, these species of sharks is believed to have been involved in taking the lives of 480 sailors that went down with the ship, the USS Indianapolis, after being torpedoed by a Japanese submarine during World War II. The surge of human activity in the water immediately attracted white tips and tiger sharks. For the next 3 days, the sharks fed on the servicemen. They started with the injured ones who didn't have the strength to stay together with the larger groups. Tiger sharks have unique elastic muscles, which allows them to swallow enormous size of prey that would be impossible for other sharks. Tiger sharks will eat just about anything, from paint cans to a pack of cigarettes. With over 36 fatalities, this species of sharks alone is responsible for 138 attacks just in the year 2021. Back in 2003, a tiger shark bit off the arm of a 13-year-old surfer at the shoulder. Even though she lost 60% of her blood, the girl survived. Recently, scientists discovered a 3,000-year-old skeleton of a man who was a shark victim. The skeleton had 790 gouges and puncture wounds, which were suspected to be the result of a shark attack. The concentration of attacks from his lower body showed that the attack came from underneath. The right arm and left hand of the skeleton were missing. With the scattered wound pattern, this indicated that the victim was alive at the time of the attack. The great white species can grow as large as 22 feet long, weighing up to 4,343 pounds, making them more frightful than any other shark. These sharks not only take the lead in shark attacks on humans, but on boats as well. As of 2022, unprovoked attacks from great whites are over 354, with 57 of those being fatal. These species of sharks prefer much deeper waters than other species, making them more elusive. These massive fish can consume 20 to 30 pounds of flesh with each bite. During the winter months of December and January, pregnant female great whites can be found in the Gulf of California searching for sea lions to eat. In 1916, New Jersey shark attacks inspired the best-selling novel Jaws from author Peter Benchley. This series of shark attacks led Americans to a newfound fear of sharks. These attacks happened during the time of the polio epidemic in the United States. Besides the epidemic, high temperatures sent people to the waterside in droves. The increase of people in the water lured great white sharks toward shore. Out of the 6 attacks, 4 of the shark attacks were fatal. However, it wasn't until 1975 when the motion picture Jaws, based on the bestseller, put a fear of sharks into the public's mind.
All right, there's a shark in the water. He's been killing people. Legs have been bitten off and there's blood all over the place. Background action.
I thought it was terrific power.
The film was released on over 450 screens by Universal Pictures, and it was accompanied by an extensive marketing campaign.
Sold out, seats downstairs in the first 7 rows only.
All right. We're almost there.
Winning several awards, it was considered the high-grossing films of all time. The movie's impact on viewer actually caused some health disturbances.
You're scared? No, you're not.
Sam.
You gonna sleep well tonight?
No. No.
One person, after seeing the movie, for no apparent reason began screaming, "Sharks! Sharks!" the following day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'd read the book. What did you think?
In July of 2016, an enormous great white was photographed off the coast of Guadalupe, Mexico. This shark was nicknamed White Death. Even though the actual measurement of the shark is not known, it is considered a world record. In addition, in 2018, another diver in the Gulf of California off the coast of Sonora was killed as he jumped into the water. The shark immediately severed his leg and tore open his abdomen. The Gulf of Mexico is known to be the home of one of the largest great white sharks in the world. This 22-foot, 2.5-ton, 50-year-old shark is referred to as deep blue. This gulf is a unique body of water. It is the 9th largest body of water on the planet and is home to nearly 49 different species of sharks. This body of water provides both abundant food sources and hospitable environments for a vast variety of sharks. As of January 16th, 2023, there has been 3 shark attacks reported, including one in Florida. A 19-foot-long great white shark decapitated a Mexican diver in the Gulf of California called Tobero Bay. The victim was collecting a scallop-like seafood at 11:30 a.m. at a depth of 49 feet when the shark ripped off his head along with biting both his shoulders. Other anglers who were standing on shore, due to the presence of great whites in the area, witnessed a horrifying attack. The previous year, another fisherman was killed while diving for scallops from a boat off Sonora, Mexico. After seeing the air hoses moving erratically, the boat operator began pulling the diver to the surface. The shark continued attacking the diver even after he surfaced. In the past, because sharks prefer warm water, the cold water at the mouth of the St. Lawrence River believes to deter sharks from traveling the eastern route from the Atlantic Ocean towards the Great Lakes. Yet, within the last 6 years, marine biologists have been observing great white sharks that have made their way up the St. Lawrence River. They discovered that these man-eaters have actually become accustomed to colder temperatures, establishing a breeding population. According to the International Shark Attack Files, bull sharks, along with great whites and tiger sharks, are responsible for 99% of attacks on humans. Even though the bull shark only reaches a little over 10 feet long, they are considered one of the most dangerous sharks because of their assertive behavior and easily agitated behavior over territory. Their diet consists of large, bony fish and smaller sharks. However, they have been known to attack much larger prey. They are responsible for over 121 attacks on humans with 26 fatalities. Because bull sharks prefer shallow water, makes it highly probable of humans coming in contact with these man-eaters. By nature, sharks are designed to live in salt water. They actually need salt to be processed into their bodies to survive. Fresh water prevents this from happening, causing the shark cell to rupture, causing bloating, which leads to their demise. Interestingly though, the bull shark has the ability to recycle salt through special salt glands that keep the concentration of sodium chloride balanced inside their bodies. Because of this, bull sharks have been found in rivers and lakes around the world, putting them in close contact with people. Some of these sharks have been found to be thousands of miles up the South America's Amazon and in Central American lakes. With the recent development of the warmer climates of 11 degrees or higher, inland sharks could become more common. The Great Lakes consist of 5 lakes bordering on the United States and Canada. These bodies of water resembling a vast inland seas and are among the largest freshwater bodies of water in the world. Even though there has been sightings of sharks in these lakes over the years, scientists say, although it is unlikely, it is not impossible for sharks to get into the Great Lakes. There have been sightings of dead sharks washed up on shores of Lake Huron, Ontario, and Lake Erie. In 1937, a 5-foot, 85-pound bull shark was caught in the Mississippi River by 2 fishermen in the city of Alton, Illinois. It is believed the shark traveled over 1,700 miles up the river from the Gulf of Mexico. Another bull shark was discovered in 1995 in the Mississippi River in the state of Missouri. Most recently, a 7-year-old boy was attacked by one of these fearsome sharks in the Louisiana freshwater lake. Lake Superior is the northernmost of the 5 Great Lakes, with an average water temperature of 40 degrees, ruling out a survival of any shark that manages to reach these waters. In addition, Lake Ontario, which is connected to the Atlantic Ocean through the St. Lawrence River, has a lock system in the river seaway and deters sharks from swimming up the river. However, there have been dead sharks being washed up on the shores of Lake Huron. Whether these sharks were put into the lakes as a prank or arrived on their own is not known. Making it ideal for sharks to survive, the waters of Lake Michigan tend to reach up to 70 degrees during the summer months. Fortunately, an electric barrier in the Chicago River was installed in 2002 to deter against invasive species like Asian carp. However, there have been several reports over the years of shark fins breaking the surface in Lake Michigan. In 2008, a black-tip shark was discovered washed up on the shore of the West Grand Traverse Bay of Lake Michigan. Lake Erie is the southernmost lake and the warmest of all the Great Lakes. Its temperatures have been known to reach into the 80s during the summer months. Even though there was no scientific documentations of sharks in Lake Erie, there have been some eyewitness accounts of shark sightings in the lake. There is a photograph of a shark taken in Lake Erie off the coast of Lorain, Ohio. This photo was shared on Facebook, which caused quite a stir. Even though the Ohio Division of Wildlife was quick to debunk the picture posted, a marine biologist from Penn State University verified the photograph as having been taken in the waters of Lake Erie. Another way sharks could get into the lakes is through a ship's ballast. When ships unload their containers from the ship's deck, they will allow water to enter the bottom section to help with the balance of the ship. Sharks, along with other species, could be pulled in with the ballast water when the ship is at an ocean port. When the ships return to the Great Lakes, the ship would release the salt water along with its hitchhiking cargo into the lakes.